少々閣下。
イゾルデ大佐、例のオボルス正体が三将会本拠地の座標を掴んだというのは本当か？
That guy looks suspicious.
偵察は極めて順調でしたが、予想外の情報もありました。A 地区に設置された大量のエーテル反応器、すなわちオブスキュラに重大なリスクが潜んでいる可能性があります。
Wait, what? Ether reactors? I thought Obscuro was just the material the semi-permeable ether material. I thought that's what Obscuro was. Obscuro is what those cases were made out of, not what they are.
そういう細かいところはお前の部下と詰めろ。ここへ持ってくるのは結果だけでいい。何？お前ならうまくやるさ。
了解です。少々。
大佐、お前はオブシディアン大隊にアマタといる凡人どもの中でひときわ光を放っていた。あの時お前を見出したこと、俺は今でも儲け者だったと思っている。お前のような人材を前線でくすぶらせていては損失だ。今回はまたとない好機だが、A 地区に部隊を送り込むにあたり、軍内部では相当の根回しが必要だった。必ず成功させろ。
はっ。
おっと、客人のことを。
Yeah, he looks suspicious. Look at that suspicious face.
この者は司政庁より派遣された特任捕虜技術顧問兼視聴好き軍事行動特派員リンさんです。
A 地区へようこそ。リン君、歓迎しよ
う。私もう A 地区にはしばらく前からいるんだよね。だからどっちかっていうと私たち適当官の方が防衛軍を歓迎する立場かなって。
適当感？ああ、文学さんか。 け忘れていたよ。こちらの客人はなあ大佐、一つ教えてほしいんだ。
こちらのリンさんは市政が特別に任命した技術顧問であると同時に、メイフラワー市長直属の特使として今回に限り防衛軍の作戦に対する協力と監督の任を担っています。
協力か。雲岳さんの宗主自ら動くというのなら、その言説もいくらか納得できたが、おまけに監督だと。オブシディアン大隊が引き金を引くタイミングまでメイフラワーに口出しされる筋合いはないぞ。
少々、リンさんが関与するのは特別招待オボルスの行動のみであり、主力部隊の作戦や指揮についてはこの限りではありません。それこそが英市地区における軍事行動に市政が不干渉を貫く条件なのですから。
もちろんだ大佐。相変わらず見事なさい。とにかく市長が直々に派遣したフォローの専門家とあれば、こちらも相応のもてなしをすべきなのだが、残念ながら軍事イゾルデ大佐、作戦が
随分と
少々。
これは命令だ、イゾルデ大佐。さてと、フォーセルメックスの人間が長期兵で待ってるんだ。何でも防衛軍の駐留を歓迎すべく一隻設けてくれるそうでな。地方にたかる無人でしぶとく生き延びる術だけは心得ていやがる。すまんが、こちらの客人をもてなすのは任せたぞ、大佐。
行こうか、特使さん。
Wait, didn't they say he? I thought they said he was a major general just now. Like, if he's a general now and a major general then. I could have sworn they said, let's go meet Major General or maybe they just said general. I'm kind of curious, is she investigating with his explicit approval? Like, does he also want this investigated? Because it's like cool that she is, because like that is the kind of the big thing. It's like, yeah, it would be nice to know why it happened, you know? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so her squad uniquely failed? Was that it? Because like every squad got fucked. I'm curious what she means about her squad specifically. It wasn't the whole issue is that they just all got they all got like pretty much like all of them got wiped out. They're just overrun by ethereals. Like there's no real reason behind your squad also failing. Ah, there we go. Yeah, Major General. Yeah, exactly. You say he's a Major General. He was a Major General. Was it 11? They say, oh shit, they actually did say a year, didn't they? They say, was it 17 or 11 years ago? Fuck. I have to go back and check that. But yeah, he said he was a Major General over a decade ago, and that he'd been promoted to General. So why do you keep referring to him as Major General? Okay, so it wasn't just me then. I was confused about that, because I'm going to be, wait a minute, what? Like, I could have sworn it's like, hey, let's go meet the Major General, and then she comes up and says, no, he's a General. He was promoted. It's like, he was promoted years ago, then why is anyone referring to him as his old rank? Wait, what? Like, oh, no one leaves. Fuck you. I don't work for you, dude. Like, I'm not a soldier. You can't dictate what I do. What I do.
隊長、甘んじて拷問を受けに向かったプロ騎士殿が無事帰還したのであります。脈拍に乱れはなき陰弱そうな見てくれ。 いじりしてきた鬼火隊長ならわかるでしょ。私が拷問から逃げるくらいはわけないって。
確かに少々は一筋縄ではいかない人物だ。
Like, I would get Soleil calling him Major General because that's what he was when she was there. Like, yeah, she met him when he was a Major General. You know, she met him when he was a Major General. So it's like I can see why you're just like kind of used to calling him that, but like I don't get why the young'uns would call him Major General. Because if he's been long since promoted to General, then they would have never known him in Major General form.
So お前たちの愛しいパエトーンを我々のそんなのとってもひどいであります。ひどい話だよ。伝説のプロ
騎士パエトーンがオボルス正体の手に落ちたと思えば我々としては朗報だ。少々のもてなし方には疑問が残るが、
命令なら仕方がない。隊長？本当に？何？心配はいらない。三将会の総統にそうで。
それでは命令に従い位置情報を追跡
Wait, what? Why? It's like, dude, like, it's one thing, it's like, so like, it'd be one thing if we were just a contract, if we were hired by the military and I was like, sorry, we need to do this. And like, this is something you should do up front, right? It's like, oh, you want to work for the military? Okay, well, we're doing a very sensitive thing right now, so this is just a standard precautionary thing. But it's like, no, we already helped you. We were an envoy from the mayor himself. Like, we should have enough status, and we aren't also. I mean, I understand that maybe the tracking and jamming thing is because we're not a soldier. So it's like if we were a soldier. But either way, yeah. Either way, it's just like it makes no sense that they would do this now. Like, why didn't you do this before we even started? Like, if you're so concerned about what was going, because like it'd be one thing if it was like, oh, we uncovered something amazing, and we're like, oh my god, look at what we did. We now need to do this because we're incredibly sensitive about we're incredibly sensitive about like what we discovered. But it's like, no, we didn't discover anything. We just went in, we killed the remnants of the Exaltus. It's not like we found a lab where it's like, oh my god, look at all this incredibly sensitive information. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it makes no sense that they do it all of a sudden, and then it's just like, and then only after we try to leave, they're like, oh no, we have orders to not leave. You let anyone leave. It's like, great, but like I'm not in the military. You have no right over me. Like I work for the fucking mayor. Like, fuck you. Why are we going along with this? Why are we pretending that this is normal?
私は軍人じゃないからあれ。私がちょっと窮屈な思いをするだけでこの作戦が。
Also, it's kind of like dumb. That helps the operation go smoothly. How?
安全になるなら全然 OK だから。
How does this help the objective go smoothly? Oh, interesting. Something that feels familiar to her. That is interesting. Because obviously it's our eyes, right? It's the cybernetics in our eyes. So I don't know. Is it because of her connection with Seed? Or is there something about Flora that also, like, does Flora have some, like, cybernetic parts inside her? Actually, I don't even know. Like, do we have just lenses? Do we have just, like, contact lenses? Yeah, like, so, I don't know, like, okay, so, yeah, like, we don't have cybernetic eyes. I think it's just a lens, right? Or maybe, oh shit, I don't know. Or maybe our eyes were replaced. They made it seem like it was kind of like contacts, I thought. Like it was just a lens on top of our eyes. But it could be that our eyes were actually replaced. Like we could have just cybernetic eyes, perhaps. Like, it would make more sense if we had cybernetic eyes. Because a lens doesn't really make sense for how impactful it was for us. Because they were saying, oh, we don't have ether adaptability because our lens was so inefficient that it was like taking up too much of our brain's processing power. But if it was just like a lens, like a contact lens, it's like, well, couldn't we just take it off when we're not using it, right? So it would make more sense if it was a cybernetic eye, something that's connected to our nervous system 24/7. What I don't like about this is I can't get out. Like, oh, you know, and I'm like, well, that makes no sense. Like, just let me go, you know? Because like usually like when there's interactive quests like this, there's like, oh, well, don't worry, like, we'll let you leave. Well, also it's like usually it's like multiple quest segments, and in between each quest segment, it's like, oh, okay, cool, this quest is done. And when you like go interact with someone, that's like, oh, do you want to continue the quest? Or do you want to pop out real quick and get your shit done? But yeah, so anyway. But yeah, so it's just kind of weird. I mean, they kind of made it make sense story-wise. It's like, oh, no, you can't leave. You can't stop in the middle of this quest because we're holding you hostage, basically. We're keeping everyone here. Which is fine. Narratively, like, sure, there's a reason behind it. But regardless, it's like, just don't. Like, let me go at any point. Like, let's just pretend. Like, let's just pretend that I've been locked. Like, also, especially since we got the device that tracks us, right? At that point, we should stop. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so like I get why story-wise, but like especially because we have the tracker, right? It's like, oh, we put a tracker on you. Now we know where you are. It's like, well, that's the perfect time to like stop, like to let us go. Then it's like, okay, now that you have this tracker, so like now you have a perfect reason why you can leave. Now it's like, no, we can't leave then because we're under like we have to be worried about this. But then like once we have the tracker, it should be like, do you want to take a break from this quest and do something else? Because, like, I don't know. I mean, it could be that like, we're doing this little conversation, and now it's going to be like, okay, now you can take a break if you want. Generally, I dislike when you, like, force someone. I mean, pretty much in every game, generally I dislike it when the game forces you to do something. I don't like it when they force you to do something. It should always be a choice, you know? It should always be, like, you should always be able to be like, oh, shit, I have something to do. I got to stop right now, and I'm going to go off and do something else, right? You know? So it's just like... Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Is this... Oh, never mind. This...
マスターの筆頭助手であり、気配りの行き届いた標準式汎用人工知能であるフェアリー。君はいつまで筆頭助手なんていうポジションに執着し続けるんだい。
Yeah, like it makes no sense because like aren't we? I mean, I guess the military didn't really request us to come. It's not like they said, "Hey, quick, we need the proxy." It was the mayor, I guess, using his connections to get us in. Actually, I don't know. Did they need us? I forget who. I guess who. I forget who came first, right? You know, like did they request us to show up? Like if they requested us to show up and are now restricting our freedom, that's kind of fucked up, right? You know? But regardless, it should be like, well, we work for the mayor. Like, you do realize if we go to the mayor and say, hey, you know, after helping you with this thing, like, and it's not even just that we're an envoy for the mayor, but we work for the Yunqui Summit. You know, the people who saved your asses last time the catastrophe happened. Like, it seems kind of crazy that they would treat someone. Like, and the Yunqui Summit is essentially kind of, not really above the law per se, but like, the Yunqui Summit is has a lot of like influence because of just how like powerful they are as individuals, and so they should have a lot of influence, and the mayor should also have a lot of influence. So it's crazy that the military would think, we got this envoy who's part of the Yunhui summit and directly sent by the mayor. Let's wait for them to help us and then muzzle them, without warning. Just like be like, oh yep, first operation's done. Now it's time to shackle you. It's like, what? If you needed to shackle us, why didn't this happen right at the start, right? If this was something I was like, okay, we need to be like, sure, right? But it's like, no. After you help us and after we're in the middle of the military base, that's when you say you can't leave, right? There's no warning ahead of time. There's no like, hey, we're about to start this operation. Could you please put on this tracker? I mean, and actually, the tracker makes total sense if you put it on before, because obviously it's like, well, we can track ourselves because we have trackers within our clothing, but you don't. We really would like to be able to see where you are, so that we can make sure that you're, that we can support you properly, and we can coordinate well with you. Like that's the perfect time to do it, at the start of the operation. So it's super weird that after all that, after helping them defeat the Exaltus in the Hollow, that now they're like, oh yeah, let's put a tracker on you. Like, that just seems really suspicious.
はい、喧嘩しないの。私は防衛軍に捕まっちゃったダメダメなプロ棋士で、そっちは2人とも史上稀に見る天才ハッカー。この場はそういうことにしとこうね。
否定。マスターは哀れにも捕まってしまいこそしましたが、
はいはい。そういうお安い同情なら結構だよ。筆頭助手。
ちなみに妨害電波に対抗するシグナルエンコーディングを行ったのは他でもないこのフェアリーです。
まだ HDD を通して僕と連絡が取れる。
私の目の HDD インプラントがね、フォローの中で新しいデー
Yeah,
タ
eye implant. So presumably their entire eyes are cybernetic, right?
してみてくれない？
It's like because that's the only way you could really do it. Like you could have a lens, like a VR, an augmented reality lens, maybe, but like you wouldn't think of that as an implant, right? You just put a lens on, that's it. And even then, you need some sort of way to connect it. So realistically, they have their eyes replaced.
軍のデータが信頼できるかはさておき、フェアリーの計算ほど確実なものはないと思うから。
もちろんです。またついでにイアスと
オタクの AI が何かしたなと防衛軍が乗り込んできたら、とにかくに後のこと。
いつも通りフォロー。
防衛軍の作戦が危険を。
Yeah. I ain't leaving yet. Jesus Christ. Let me fucking go. I have to spend my fucking resin. Like, the reason why I find this annoying is that because it's like, if I had to take a break, right? If I had to take a break, for whatever reason, and come back the next day, like, the fact that I just don't like that they're forcing you in to be like, hey, you can't do anything until you clear this 2-hour story chunk. Oh, and by the way, did we give you any warning that we'd be fucking like this? Nope. And you could argue, well, no, they gave you a immersive storytelling warning. Yeah. But every other time there's an immersive storytelling warning, you could always leave in the middle of it. You could always just leave and say, oh, would you like to leave now and come back later? And you can just teleport away. You know? So it's just like, so it's just like, it makes, like, they should have said, hey, by the way, immersive storytelling warning, oh, by the way, please set aside 2 hours of your life because we won't let you fucking leave this quest. If you don't have 2 hours of your life to complete this quest, you will be locked out of doing all the other game's content. You know, that's what you should fucking tell people about. Now, maybe I'm just being too, like, we've gotten Fairy has our back now, so it's possible with Fairy on our back. Let's go a little above. So then I go down here. Oh. Okay. So like, yeah, like it could be that because I'm just wasting my time. Because maybe because I'm wasting my time here. It's like I'm watching a video, which is apparently too engaging. I mean, mostly because I have a few critiques. It's a guy complaining about Borderlands 3 story. And it's like, yeah, the Borderlands 3 story is not great. There definitely are a few points where it's like, yeah, that makes no fucking sense. But he's just like completely ignoring something. Oh, I wish they expanded on this. It's like, oh, I wish I expanded on the cults. Like, how they were able to get a cult following. It's like, really? Lilith had a cult in Borderlands 2 by doing literally nothing. She did not interact with the cult whatsoever. And then there was the Children of the Firehawk. You know? So it's like, it's super easy. Bandits already just naturally worship the Sirens because of their power. So it's not crazy to think that Lilith got a cult following just by doing nothing. So it's not crazy to think that Tyreen could develop a cult following as easily as she did without even trying. So yeah, I think some of his complaints are a little too nitpicky, where it's just like, oh, I wish they developed more. It's just like, no, like some of the things he brings up is definitely 100% true. You know, doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, yeah, I think some things are a little pedantic. Some things are definitely true. See, it's weird though. It's like, so the defense soldier got corrupted, but still you can use a gun. Like, that's kind of weird that they still have the higher brain function to be able to do that kind of stuff. Also, I assume this is actually the shit happened like decades ago, right? Not the recent fight, which is kind of weird because the explosion happened. The explosion was it Hollow Zero, where there was no miasma. So like they should have been happening in the Hollow Zero Hollow, not the Wi-Fi Peninsula one. So it's like kind of weird. Because the Wi-Fi Peninsula is the only one where we've actually seen miasma. Oh no, that's pretty recent then. Because it's the same Exaltus group. Huh. Oh, I see. This is one of our this is the. Wait a minute. So this must be something that happened just now. The Exaltus just did something.
First area?
The Exaltus just did something. And we're getting body cam footage of one of the squad that was killed. Which is kind of weird, though, because it's like, at no point have they ever been like, oh, yeah, they can get corrupted. Like, first of all, that they're able to get corrupted immediately and then use their guns. It's like, they're getting corrupted by ether. They should be turning into ethereals, and ethereals have never really shown, like, higher brain function like that. They just attack as monsters. Now, the whole purpose of what they're trying to do is advance human evolution, so it's understandable that they might have been able to... I mean, this could be what they're trying to do. But it also is kind of weird that they're like, oh, like... Actually, no, I guess maybe they released some of the monsters that killed them. Because, like, there shouldn't have been that many casualties, because we came in with a huge force and, like, wiped out their remnants. Like, there shouldn't have... Because it's like, oh, well, look, we've resurrected you Defense Force people, and now we can, like, fight back. It's like, well, there weren't that many casualties to begin with, so how would you get enough forces? Like, obviously, it's like zombies. Like, once you get one zombie out, bites a few people, now it starts to spread. Yeah, maybe that happened. Maybe they were able to pick up the few deaths that there were and go after and, like, build. But either way, like, the fact that they're able to, like, corrupt them and that they still retain their higher brain function, like, that's the kind of thing you'd expect them to take a while, right? Initially, after being, like, infected, you'd think they would just be like, the control over the body wouldn't be super strong, and it would take a while for it to, like, adapt to the body. So the fact that they can use guns and, attack in mass, in a coordinated mass, is unusual, considering we've never seen anything like that at all before.
大規模なミアスマ活性
Oh, from the old capital. Oh, okay, so it was 11 years. I can't know why. I don't know why I think I was thinking 17 for some reason. Okay, 11 years ago, old capital. Okay, so never mind. My one complaint was that, oh, how could they have corrupted the defense force so quickly that are that good? But it's not that. It's dead bodies from the old capital, of which there were a ton of casualties from them, and would have had tons of time to like adapt to their bodies. But it's also just kind of weird, right? Like, it's the soldiers from the old capital, but then, like, why are they... Like, the Exalteds were, like, surprised, right? They... Yeah. You know, so, it's kind of weird, right? Because it's like, hey, if they had these, like, resurrected troops, then why are the Exalted surprised to see them, right? Because, like, the Exalted were like, oh my god, look at that, the Overseer resurrected these people. He's so powerful. It's like, but these are dead bodies from 11 years ago. You would think this would be well known if you, like, sure, maybe it took you a while for you to, like, corrupt them and be able to use them. But, like, you would think at least in the past few years they would be available, you know? Like, they would be at least known to people.
参照会が我々これまでの作戦で起きた武力衝突はとはいえオボルスの動きは完璧だった。計画が漏れようはずもない。だがロレン
それじゃあ今大佐を飛び越えて部隊を動かせ。
ああロレン
Well, as you say, he's a general. I don't know why, like, you keep saying, like, why would you tell us that he was promoted to general 11 years ago? Because you made it seem like he was major general before the crisis. After the crisis, he was immediately promoted. So if he's been a general for 11 years, why do you still call him that? And why is everyone else still like, maybe Isolde, sure, like, she knew him as major general, so she keeps calling him that. But, like, you think military doctrine alone would force her to call him by his new title, and she's also should have had 11 years to, you know, get used to it.
こうなってしまった以上は少々と口論したところで何も解決しない。
つまり強襲作戦の成功には何よりも速さが必要不可欠となったわけ。
鬼火隊長の無鉄砲さにはその早きこと風のごと敵がこちらの接近をさ。
オブルスはいであ
ります鬼火隊長。
すぐに部隊を動員して戦場の変化はオブシディア
任せて。伝説のプロ騎士と町の人たちだって防衛軍をすっごく頼りにしてるんだし、お互いにシャキッとしないとね。隊長が言わんとしているのは のでありますね。オーボルスの使命を全うするということであります。
Okay, here we go. Finally, I have a moment to fucking chill. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Let me fucking go! I don't want to fucking do this! Just let me fucking leave! Like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is annoying. Sorry, can I use this to teleport out? Oh my god, just let me fucking go! Jesus fucking Christ, this is so bullshit! Like, are you fucking kidding me? Because that means I thought, oh, cool, like, oh, I can prepare? Cool, this is like an instance where I can leave. Well, there's a teleport down here. Can I use this to leave? Oh, no, this is... No, I can't. What the fuck? This is such dog shit. Like, this is what I absolutely fucking hate about this game, is how they just fucking force you to do shit. It's so fucking annoying when a game fucking forces you to do something you don't want to do. Like, especially a game like this, where you have daily shit to do, where it's like, oh yeah, you have stamina. So it's like, oh, okay, so you, like, it's just like, dude, it's so fucking annoying. Because they do this not just for this, too. Like, there's tutorials where it's like, oh, there's tutorials where it's like, oh, you want to start this thing? You want to start the, because like you can't even see the menu, especially for shit like, especially for shit where it's like, oh, we're not even going to show you the summer event as an example. Like, you couldn't see. All right, where is it? Oh, did they just get rid of it? Oh yeah. You couldn't even see all the shit in it. Wait, what? I don't have all the stuff in this. Anyway, for this, you couldn't see like all the potential rewards for this. You couldn't see the potential rewards until you opened the quest. And the quest is like, oh, we're gonna force you to do this quest. And then like when it's like a mini game, you want to be like, well, what is this? Like, I go into a mini game, and I go into one of the mini games of that, and it's like, hey, here's this mini game. Here's what all these features mean. Please click this button to see this. Please click this button to see this. Please click this button to see this. Now please click this button, which will force you to do the fucking minigame as part of the tutorial. It's like, dude, I just wanted to see what this is. Why the fuck are you forcing me to do it? I didn't even know what it was. And that's why I wanted to see what it was first to decide whether or not I wanted to do this. But you make the fucking tutorial force the player to do it. You make the player, because the tutorial prompts don't register any other button presses. You can't press circle to get out. You can't do anything. You have to like force quit the fucking game to get out of it. And that's like so fucking dog shit. Don't ever force your players to do something. Provide them the option to do something. You know? Hey, you want to have a tutorial? Like, and I don't need a fucking tutorial to say, hey, press X over here to start. You mean the big fucking start button? Yeah, I never would have fucking gotten that. Thank you for a tutorial to teach me how to fucking open a minigame. Something that I would have figured out in like 5 seconds instantly. Like, if you just shut the fuck up, I could have figured it out in 5 seconds, all the features that you're trying to tell me about. I don't need to be fucking babied like this. Stop forcing me into shit. Because the annoying thing about this is that, like, sure, I probably fucked around a little too much. The video I'm watching is a little too entertaining and engaging, so it's distracting me from the story, so I wasn't... But, like, I had to do a combat save. Like, so it was going into this thing, and all it was just, hey, we're going to enter immersive storytelling mode. You know, like all the other immersive storytelling modes, which you can leave at any fucking point. You've always been able to leave whenever you wanted, and resume the story whenever you felt like. This time, they're like, yeah, we're going to do that, except we're not going to allow you to leave ever. And we're not going to warn you whatsoever. And so you're going to have to do this combat event in Wi-Fi Peninsula. Help out everyone. It's going to take at least 30 to 40 minutes to do that. Then we're going to have a bunch of story cutscenes. And then we're going to force you into more combat, all of which you cannot fucking leave. You cannot leave. So if you don't have 2 hours to fucking dedicate to the fucking story, if you don't have 2 hours plus to dedicate to the game and focus solely on the story, you're stuck and unable to leave and do anything else in the game. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Why the fuck would you ever do that? Like, that's why I absolutely hate about their direction. Like, it seems like they're the worst in Zenless Zone Zero. It seems like Genshin has a problem with... Genshin's big problem is proximity-based quests, but it's the same core issue. Why are proximity-based quests a problem? Because you start a quest you didn't want to start. Because you can accidentally trigger a quest you didn't want to do at that moment. You can actually, while you're trying to like do other stuff, if there was a proximity-based quest that you're not tracking, it's still out there on the field. You could still accidentally walk past it and trigger it. You know? If you're tracking it, no problem, right? You can see it. But if you aren't, if you're focused on another quest and it just happens to take you into the same area, you'll trigger the other quest automatically. You don't have to be tracking it for it to trigger. So that's the problem with it. And so it's like, it's just basically, at its core, don't force players to do something they don't want to do. Anyway, I'm going to have to put them in this and I'm going to have to do this. So I need to have my dailies. I need to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'm going to go to the bathroom, shower, because I finished my walk. And I'll be back on to finish this so I at least can fucking do my other shit. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna have to do the main story. I didn't want to do this. I want to just pop in, do a little bit of the story, do my dailies. Like I was gonna do the story on my, and then I thought this would be a good pausing point. I mean, actually, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do my dailies first, and so I could just dedicate the rest of my time. I didn't realize that they were gonna lock you into the story. And again, it's just like, as I said, like, don't ever force players to do something. Like, it's not fun. No one likes being forced. It's fine if, like, you had the time to dedicate time to this, but, like, you know, not everyone's gonna think, oh, yeah. Not everyone's gonna think, cool. Especially because, like, this isn't like if it was an hour-long total, it's like, if it had stopped, if it had put a break point at this point, it would have been fine, right? It would have been like, okay, sure, you just had to dedicate like an hour to the story before you get to a break point where you can leave. Because, like, and you could argue, like, oh, but they're not letting you leave. It's like, yeah, but, like, who gives a shit, right? Don't let the story force player behavior. If a player wants to stop, take a break, and then do their dailies, or do, Hollow Zero or something, you should let them. Why? You're going to say, oh, well, no, you're in immersive storytelling mode. It's like, yeah, but, like, you've literally never done this for immersive storytelling mode. At any point in other immersive storytelling modes, if you ever like, brought this up, it would have been like, hey, dude, would you like to, like, if you ever, I don't know what the button was. But, like, yeah, I think it was just not the start menu, this menu. Or this quick travel. It's like, oh, would you like to leave immersive storytelling mode so that you can, do your other shit? And would you like to leave immersive storytelling mode and then come back? They would let you do that. Every fucking time they've let you do that. That's why, like, this time is, like, fucking insane, where they're just like, wait. And, like, and the worst part about it is, like, it's the worst possible offender you could have. And it's, although it's hard to say, like, this could have happened before. Like, it could have happened before, but it was only for, like, half-an-hour segments of story, so maybe it just wasn't as noticeable. But this is like a literal 1 hour chunk of time, at least, to do this. Because you started with the combat. You started with the combat, swapping between Seed and Orphe's team as you were progressing through the thing. So it's like a lot of combat involved. Easily like a 15 to 30 minute thing. Then another like 30 minutes of cutscenes. And that's just to get to this point, where we're going to have to start another fucking quest, of which he's saying, hey, would you like to prepare? So presumably it's another round of combat, which is going to be another thing. So you're saying, hey, we want to create a quest where players, once they start, have to dedicate an hour and a half solid on it, and they literally cannot do anything else in the game, because fuck you, that's why. And it's just like, why? Why? What possible benefit is there for the player to force them to do this, right? You should always have the player in mind, and always have a method of just getting out. Like, because you don't have to have the getting out make sense, right? Oh, you want to leave immersive storytelling mode and go back? Because, like, the dailies and shit, who gives a shit, right? Like, no one cares, You can just have the story pretend that you were here the entire time. You could still have it, oh, you can't leave the Wi-Fi Peninsula, you're stuck here, but then still let us leave immersive storytelling and then go off and do some stuff. Because it doesn't have to make story sense that we can go do this. Like, just let us fucking go. There's just no benefit to this. It's like, there are no benefits. You could be like, oh, well, it makes it more immersive. It's like, no, it just makes it more annoying. Because, like, because you're removing player agency. Like, your best case scenario is a player doesn't why am I dressed like this? Your best case scenario, okay, swap. Your best case scenario is the player doesn't notice that they're being forced into it. Because if any player wants to do anything else for any sort of time, they're fucked. And so your best case scenario is that someone just set aside 2 hours to do the story, did the story, popped out, and didn't even notice that they were literally not able to do anything else while the story was underway, right? That's your best case scenario, where someone doesn't notice. It's not positive. They're not going to be like, oh man, it feels so immersive. No, any player who comes across an instance like this where you cannot leave, no player is going to be like, yeah, so immersive. That's cool. It's like, no, every one of them is going to be like, dude, I wanted to do something else. Fuck you for forcing me into doing this shit. I didn't want to do this. Like, I'm going to do the story, but I just don't want to have to do it all right now. Which they're forcing me to do. Like, and like a breakpoint like that. Breakpoints like that were to allow you to go off and do other things. Because what really is bullshit about this is that, I mean, I guess technically if you're using trials, it's fine. Because, like, what happens if your characters are not built well enough so you can't actually beat the main story because your characters aren't built? But even if you fail, guess what? You can't leave and go grind and level up your characters because you're stuck. But I guess they are doing all trial characters, so it doesn't really, it's not really about building your own characters.
これまでの作戦で起きた武力衝突はオボルス小隊による威力偵察だけだったはず。この偵察部隊はあくまで不慮の事故に見舞われたと見るべきだろう。とはいえ、オボルスの動きは完璧だった。計画が漏れようはず。だが、ロレンツから。
それじゃあ、今大佐を飛び。
ああ。
たとえイゾルで大佐であっても。
オルペス、まさか。
こうなってしまった以上は、少々と口論したところで何も解決しない。
つまり徴収作戦の成功には何よりも速さが必要不可欠となったわけだ。
鬼火隊長の無鉄砲、その早きこと風のごとし、敵がこちらの接近を察知している。
オボルス。はい、
はいであります、鬼火隊長。
すぐに部隊を動員して攻勢に出よう。戦場の変化はオブシディアン大。
任せて。町の人たちだって。隊長が
Okay, darn. So I mean, that's the thing is, I've noticed those prepare first stuff, and I've never known to be restricted. Now, I usually don't prepare first because I've never really needed to stop when I do this, because I've always been able to stop whenever else. So it's like, what's the like? Oh, cool, I can prepare, but like, what can I do? I can't teleport elsewhere. I can't level things up. I can't do shit. So what the fuck am I supposed to do to prepare?
三将会が我々防衛軍の掃討作戦をすでに知っているだと。これまでの作戦で起きた武力衝突はオボルス小隊による威力偵察だけだったはず。この偵察部隊はあくまで不慮の事故に見舞われたと見るべきだろう。とはいえ、オボルスの動きは完璧だった。計画が漏れようはず。
だが、ロレンツ。
それじゃあ。
Wait, what? Oh, I have to do all of this again?
たとえイゾルで大佐であっても厄介な状況。
イゾルデの計画にない部隊が動いたせいで三将会はすっかり警戒態勢だ。すぐそばを矢玉がかすめた鳥畜生みたいにな。三将会の中心、
現時点で我々が
プロ騎士君が情報戦に長けていることは懸念は理解できる。
鬼火隊長ってなぜかと言いますと、
肩を並べて戦ったと。とはいえその通りだ。それにイゾレでの協力なくしあいつを信じられないのなら。
そっか、分かったよ。じゃあ私のことも。
防衛軍め、ここを嗅ぎつけたか。
何者だ。
越見を阻む知れ者が。始まりの主は決して彼らを許さない。我らの犠牲は主を求める者のしるべとなるでしょう。
ちょっと時間が。これは僕たちのおごりだよ。シード、あまり前に出過ぎずにね。
Well, that was weird. I was expecting to do a big ground stomp. But I guess I need to hold... Yeah, whatever.
お前たちはどこの所属だ。イゾルデ
大佐が本作戦における指揮官であることはそういない。
やっぱりロレンツ少将の指示だったんだね。
言葉に気をつけるんだ。少々閣下は
我々を支援。ついさっきまで戦っていた。
Also, it's like, dude, we were told that they were alerted by you guys. We hadn't even joined the fray, but you were already here fucking shit up. So how are you supporting the operation when you're going off on your own before the rest of the groups go in?
ああ、それについては感謝して。すまんな。うっかり。
手柄？それが一体な。
お高く止まりやがって。確かに自分は新兵だが。
口を慎みなさい。
よせオルペ、こいつらが本当に三将会の
戦友だからって。ねえねえ、この人をこのまま物陰に連れ込んじゃおうよ。
集中しろ兵士。
混乱に乗じて拠点から脱出した同志がかなり我々に。
他の任務。
Oh, I see. So basically, you came in to fight, and rather than wipe out the Exaltus to protect people, you decided to not do that. Great, awesome. And all because you decided to go off on your own to get credit and do your secret objective, you compromised everything. Because like if we all went in as a group, the base would have been clear, right? We would have wiped out everyone. And we would have got, like, you were, like, going to the base to do some sort of secret objective, but, like, if we all got there and wiped out everyone, you'd still get that. You just weren't going to do your secret bullshit.
らがバラバラに逃げていくであります。
二流部隊め、野望つつくのだけは一流だな。どこが奇襲だというんだ。今回の任務目標、もはや半分は失敗に終わったと言えるぞ。我々オーボルスは精鋭狩りのエキスパートだぞ。
一触即発。
戦術プラン下の作戦。
ちょっと待って。ピッチードパンチパワリー。
Oh, I see. That little ground stomp is because of her gauge.
一切が順調だな、ルクロ取締役。
今回も頼りにしていますよ。
ロレンツ少将、なぜ少将。
機関たちだな。これほど早く到着するとは。
少将、今回のさ。
ルクロウさんだよね。
どうして安全調査に前座の
あの晩餐会に参加していた上に、こうしてオブシディアン大隊。
そういうわけでもないのだよ、ルクロ取締。
特使なんて大げさな肩書きだけど、私はただ。
なんと市政の。
それで少将とルクロウ氏がここに現れ。
そうすべき理由、鬼火隊長。機関は昨日今日軍に入ったシーカー。もっとも口。
そろそろ我々は戻ろうではありませんか、少将。こうエーテル活性の高い場所に長居している。
Wait, yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, now I think about this. Even Lucro was calling him Major General. I thought he was General. Or was he? I'll have to go check my VOD again. I could have sworn she said that he was a Major General 11 years ago. And he was promoted. I guess maybe my confusion is I'm assuming Major General is a rank below just General. Or maybe he was a General before and then he was promoted to Major General. Is Major General a rank above General or below? I was kind of thinking just General is like the highest, and like any addendum in front of it is like, oh, okay, these are ranks below, you know, private, like Major General, Colonel General, Lieutenant General, and then it goes up until General. I guess I'm not really sure. So maybe Major General is a higher rank, and he was a lower rank. But I could have sworn she said he was a Major General at the time of the catastrophe before, and then was promoted to General afterwards. So I guess maybe I'm wrong in the sense that if he actually is a Major General now, then that would make sense why everyone's calling him that. But it also doesn't really make sense because I could have sworn she said this was his rank from before the catastrophe as well.
それもそうだ。
今回は見逃してやる。私とて正体全員を軍法会議送りにするリスクがなければ、悪態のすべてを高出力レーザーに変えてあいつらの顔面に叩き込んで。
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously like a little bullshit. It's like, sure, but like you gave her full command. Like, I don't know. Like, does your rank allow you to like bypass giving someone full command? Like, you've given them full command. At that point, shouldn't they outrank you or at least match your rank? Like, you shouldn't be able to do this shit. And the fact that you're bringing in a civilian to do, like, this is a military operation. Why are you bringing in a civilian to?
ねえ、
Obviously, it's
ここは
shady.
三商会の重要な拠点だ。それでもう一人の CEO が三商会とつながってで、今はまたルクローさん率いるポーセルメックスが防衛。
やめろ、頭が破裂し。
オルペウスってはまだ世の中が善と。
ああ、オルペウス隊員は救いようのない間抜けだが、これに関しては恐ろしいことに奴らがフォローで落ち合ったのだって、人目を避けるために決まってる。
I mean, it's choosing to meet in a hollow. It's sending, because basically, it's because they sent troops out early that it notified the Exaltus of their plan. So basically, because they mobilized outside of Isolde's command, they notified the Exaltus. Like, they warned the Exaltus basically. So it just made all other fighting worse. So basically, them mobilizing fucked over everybody else. Also, when they mobilized, they didn't. They weren't there with the sole extent of eradicating the Exaltus, so some of them escaped. So you basically, not only did you fuck over your entire team members, but you also let people. You also, because of your shoddy work, you let them escape. Who knows what they'll do now that they've escaped, right? Whereas, like, if you had gone with the troops, you would have been able to wipe them all out once and for all, and everyone would be safer for it. And because they operated like this, and they're not doing anything, we don't know where they escaped to. Yeah, so he's like great overseer. It's like, okay, you're a great overseer. So it's like, are you the head then? Are you the head of the Exaltus? And the creator is just basically an ether god? Or is there an actual head? Everything about it makes it seem like he is like the big boss. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll weaken the... Maybe they'll create an even more powerful ethereal... Maybe they'll bring their ether god into this world. And that will be our final boss of the game. Yeah, so, I mean, as I said, like, open the path to the creator. So it seems like they're trying to, like, I don't know, make the hollows grow bigger. So, because my guess is that, like, the reason why hollows exist is because, like, it's a weakening between realms. Basically, there must be another universe that's, like, full of ether. And basically, when the barrier between that realm and this realm gets weakened, ether seeps through and creates hollows. In fact, the hollows could actually be a self-defense mechanism of the current planet to contain the ether. Like it could be that the hollow bubble exists only because the current planet is actually encapsulating the ether and like just keeping it contained. And if that's not a result of the ether itself, it's a result of the current planet. And it could be that what they're trying to do is trying to widen that hole so that they can, bring in the god of ether in the other realm over to this realm. Oh, interesting. So it seems like he has his own goals too. It seems like the Exaltus are trying to get the creator over here, but he has something else besides that he's trying to do. And something that does seem to be at odds with the overall goal. Because if it was something simple like, oh, well, actually what you're doing is something we want as well, or something that's required to summon... Because if it's something that was required to summon the creator, then they'd be like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want. But no, he clearly put a distinction. I need to do my goal first, then I will help you. So it's like basically his goal is maybe not necessarily at odds with, but at least completely isolated. What he's trying to do in no way helps. Well, maybe in some way helps, but is not working towards that. So if I had to guess, I would say he's probably the one who worked with the main character's teacher. He's probably the one who caused the Hollow Zero catastrophe by fucking around with the experiments they were doing back then. And caused this catastrophe. I think don't know. It's hard to say because I was thinking that they were aiming towards advancing humanity through the corruption of ether, using ether to, you know, as they say, refine our bodies to become basically ethereals with human consciousness. I thought that was their goal, but now she's trying to say, well, no, they want to meet the creator. So it could be that they are trying to do that, but it could be that they just think, oh, well, once the creator comes here, the creator will just be able to do it instantly, and we don't have to bother. But I had previously thought they were trying to do it through their experiments. Yeah, it's all thanks to the Major General. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? It's all thanks, dude. We greatly outnumbered them. Them being destroyed was a guarantee. We were going in, wiping them out from all sides. You're like, yeah, but our general like snuck in from the flank and beat the base. It's like, okay, but we would have crushed the base anyway, right? And the fact of it is, it's like, sure, you came in from the flanks, but still let them escape. Still Exaltus escape. So clearly, you were the more incompetent one. But yeah. It's also crazy to think that like we're trusting this dude in any way. It's like, so basically, there's two people who were managing the Porcelanumenex company. The guy we caught working with the Exaltus and this guy. And we have to assume that this guy knew nothing. Like your buddy has been working with the Exaltus for many years and had many things, and you had no idea that was happening. Despite, you know, there had to have been resources moved and all sorts of shit to allow that to happen, and you don't know anything really. Yeah, it's like, oh, thanks to the Major Generals. I mean, I guess technically it's Isolde who commanded it, but I guess technically it's the Major General's forces that he gave her command over, maybe. But again, it's like, oh, a significant cache of porcelainite. Oh, okay. The guy. So basically, he handed over huge caches of your main product, and you were unaware of that. That you were unaware that you were constantly missing out on huge portions of your product. Like, how do you not notice that shit, right? The fact that, I don't know, like, yeah. And again, oh, I'm just a shrewd, profit-minded trader who doesn't notice what, like, a 10% dip in production and profits. You're a shrewd, profit-minded trader who doesn't notice huge chunks of your fucking product going missing. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're not that shrewd, because you would have caught the guy ages ago, assuming you didn't know. Chances are you did know. Yeah, it's gotten too dangerous. I'll go into a hollow, but no, it's too dangerous to be out here when the Obscuros are out and about. I mean, I get it, right? It makes sense that the people who actually, the guy who takes the general's, like, who cuts the general's head gets all the credit. Not like, doesn't matter, the fact that the soldiers were able to keep the rest of the soldiers distracted. Nah, it's easier to give credit to a smaller group.
諸君、できた三将会という病害は正義と勝利が再び新エリート市民の手に兵士を。我らが聡明なる指揮官。
こんなこと言ったら台無しだけど。
Let's hear it for our brilliant Major General. The one who handed over all command to someone else. Let's give him all the credit for doing the easiest job of giving all command to someone else and then swooping in from the back and stealing credit. Hooray!
ロレンツ少将、典型的な。
その心配をし、フォローの内外にはまだ三将会の残党が
私が知ってる限り、三将会の主要な幹部ってまだイーシェン師匠がメボラクに痛手を負わせたのは確かだし、三将会だって損耗が激しいはず。なのに
イーシェン、また
そういえばイゾルデ大佐がいないけど、
イゾルデはこのところ体調が優れないらしく、
もしかするとイゾルデ大佐、
まあだが三将会に痛手を与え、
あれ鬼火隊
せめどんなに内心では疑う。
勝手に動いたらシードは別にそれで自分としても
そうだ、これも命令の厄介なところなんだが、正式
分かってる。だから
Right, awesome. Thank you for forcing a player to spend 2 hours on a fucking story, not letting them take any breaks whatsoever to do anything they actually want to do. Who doesn't love being forced into a thing with no warning whatsoever? It's just like, and like, to no advantage, right? Like, there's no benefit to doing this. There's nothing like, there's nothing in this story that's like, oh, well, we want to actually force you to do this because we're going to do some sort of like major change or something, and we want to make sure that you can't. But it's like, again, just make the major change at the end of it. Like, there's no reason to lock players into the story. There just really is no benefit to doing this. It provides no benefit. There's no like, oh, cool immersion. It's like no one gives a shit. If you're really immersed, you would just do the story without even noticing. And for the people who want to take a break and like maybe do their daily, spend their stamina, go. Like, what happens if someone started this quest, thinking, oh, okay, I'll do a bit of the story and then I'll do my, Hollow Zero, afterwards on like a Sunday night, and thinking, yeah, I'll put an hour into the story and then I'll, take a break and go do Hollow Zero, right? Because every other immersive storytelling let you do this, and then to be locked into this story that's like literally forcing you to do 2 hours worth of content with literally no breaks. Like, and you can like break and like not play the game, but like you can't do anything else in the game. It's locking you to the story. You cannot do anything else until the story is complete. And it's just like there's just no advantage to that.
例の少将とその部隊の動きにポーセルメックスと三将会双方の工事の在庫を移送する傍ら、まだ全ての決着がついたわけでもないというのに、あちこちで尻尾切りが始まっトップスが拾い上げてくれるとも思えませんし、防衛軍が
ダミアンさん、せっかくフェロックスの
そうなのですよ。目の前の餌に迷わず食らいつく野良犬、率直に申し上げましょう。当初はリン先生をはじめとして誰か
残念だけどリン先生も状況としては一応ダミアンさんだけなら
Well, this is also stupid. Oh, I can't contact. Yes, you can't contact someone now, but like like it's not like this whole operation is gonna last for the rest of your life. Like in a day or two, the operation should be over, and then you should be able to contact them then. It's like say, well, I'm sorry, but my phone is locked. I can't help you. It's like, well, I guess if you can't help me now, I might as well just kill myself. It's like, Jesus Christ, like you could help him later once you can communicate with people. Hey, what the fuck? Who the hell is that?
企業の人ってザオちゃんを見たら死神にで
Who the
も
hell
落
is
ちたよ
that?
うな顔するんだけどね。今日は救世主だって。
ご紹介いたしましょう。こちらトップスよりお越しいただいたザオ様です。クランプスの黒枝に属されています。
Interesting reference.
はじめましてザオちゃん。クランプスの
知らないと思うよ。黒枝は審査、裁定、ルール、過酷な競争って市場構造の現在でしょ。だから円卓のそれもあくまで財政ユニオンのルールと利益をビジネスってゲームはあんましお行儀よくいかないことばっかだけど、円卓今回のボーセルネックスは
なるほどね。なんとなくでもそういうルールの番人がいるから。
私が彼女を救世主と呼ぶ理由も。
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because basically, if they didn't have an oversight like this, because basically, the first thing a company does when they gain an advantage is to try to gain a monopoly. Is that when one company does well, they'll try to ruin their competition so that they can continue to do well. So, if you didn't have company oversight that stops any one company from going too far, chances are one of them would have done some underhanded stuff to ruin one company. And it's like a domino thing. It's like, yeah, one company, because either one company that goes too far wipes out another company, and maybe they get wiped out in turn by another company, but eventually at some point, like, you'll reduce the number of active companies, and one company might have a monopoly and then just stop innovating as much because they have a monopoly. They don't need to.
の救世主になるか。
そうだと。
ダミアンさんとは友達。この無茶苦茶なゲームで。
黒枝としては次にザオちゃんと会うときは
Or relax or something.
Orpheus. 隊長はセルフ
クイズ。オルペちゃんが本当に怖いのは
意義あり。まず自分は本心から隊長のお体を心配しているのであります。次に防衛軍行動規範駐屯地の接触禁止品リストにレモン味のスナックは含まれていません。自分は鬼火隊長が一方的にスナック菓子を禁制品と。
それならオルペちゃん。
我らがオルペちゃんに。
とにかくオルペちゃん。
Well, it's also because, like, what can you do, right? Like, if the field manual, which is what the actual rules are, say, allow it, but your commanding officer says no, you're kind of fucked, right? Because you could argue and say, well, no, like, field manual, these are the rules, but technically you're also supposed to follow orders from your superior. So it's like, if they say this, you could kind of treat it like a rule, but the problem is, it's like, yeah, but it is unreasonable. They shouldn't be, it's an unreasonable use of their power to just arbitrarily make new rules that are not explicitly, agreed upon by the military, right? So, but as a soldier, you clearly can't do shit about that, right? If your commander is abusing their authority to create these new rules, you can't, like, there's not really no recourse you have. Like, you could report them, obviously, but, like, what are the odds they're actually going to do something like that?
みんなでやれば怖くない。
であります。
レモン味のスナック相当作戦だね。
I'm curious about lemon flavored chips, like potato chips, like lemon flavored potato chips. Like that's weird. Or is it more like a candy? It's like it's a lemon cookie. I guess it depends on like what. I guess like chips, we think potato chips, right? Like, but then there's like sun chips too, where they're just like grains. I mean, I can see like a sun chip with like the lemon flavor.
当ててみよっか。はい。前回でも体調が。私はオルペウスのこと、それにしてもユニークなコンビだよね。知能構造体、プロキシ殿。言ったでしょ。自分はただのガンナーに過ぎないのであります。鬼火隊長の存在しているだけの兵士であります。
She is like the surgery she underwent to like graft the tail to her body or something. I am kind of curious if like it was just because like obviously the tail does shoot like lasers and stuff, so presumably the entire tail is a weapon. So I'm curious if they like modified her own body, or if they just like surgically attached a tail.
また自分を卑下するのか、もし鬼火隊長や隊員のでも本当は分かっているのであります。自分は特別なんかじゃないって。生まれた時からガンナーとしての使命と意義しか与えられてこなかった自分は。
Oh, wait a minute. She was born. Oh, so she's like a test tube, maybe? She was engineered? Because like I noticed her horns had like some mechanical. I didn't know if those like seemingly mechanical bits were just like a cover to protect them, like armor plating. They just like plated her already existing horns. She could have just been created and all that.
あまりにも多くのものを失いました。とりわけ新エリートを守る多くの兵士たちは。防衛軍の中でたった一つ残った宝石オブシディアン大隊も甚大な被害を免れなかったのであります。あの頃防衛軍では様々な計画が進められていました。強化兵士、改造兵士、そしてクローン。
I mean, the problem with cloning is it just takes time. Like you'd have to grow them again. Like maybe if you don't have much population, sure, right? Like if you're not able to draft enough soldiers, because the population is also taking a hit, then yeah, cloning is beneficial in that sense, but you still have to raise them and train them and all that stuff. So, and enhanced doesn't change the number. Like, numbers are a key thing, so enhanced are helpful. Cybernetic might be better. Well, it depends. Like, is it like making a cyborg? Or if it, like, is it completely robotic? If it's a completely robot soldier, that would be useful.
でも、自分が生まれたのもそんな時でした。伝説の兵士のクローン隊としてその補佐を務めるために自分は作られました。
Oh, interesting. So she's a clone of she's a Mega's clone. And they just attach the personality construct of them. That's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Because like basically the problem with cloning is you don't get any of their intelligence, right? You don't get their knowledge and stuff. You know that they can basically do everything they did, but you're not able to. But by attaching their intelligence construct, you can basically have someone be able to provide them with the knowledge on the fly. So that does beg the question. So was Orphe? So did Magus actually look like Orphe? Like had pointy ears, horns, and stuff like that?
その兵士のコードネームは鬼火。彼女の肉体はすでに壊れ、重機に宿っているのはその意識、あるいは魂と呼べるもののバックアップなのであります。肉体が死してなお武器として防衛軍に振るわれ続ける。鬼火隊長はそんな運命でも本望だといつもおっしゃっていますが、自分には分かりません。それが祝福なのか。
I mean, the cool thing is like, cool, she's still alive. It's nice. She can still help people. That's what she wants to do. The problem, of course, is that like now she's stuck doing this for like the rest of her robot life too.
皮肉なことに、自分にはそれが幸運だったのであります。だって自分は彼女の体をもらい、名前をもらい、その人生まで奪ってしまったのですから。
I mean, not really. Like, stole her body. Like, you're a clone. You didn't steal her body. You copied her body. You can be like, oh, and like, she chose to do this too. So it's like, and also, you didn't steal her body. If anyone stole her body, it was the military, right? But I would say if you stole her body, it's like she had a perfectly good body and then you possessed it, right? Like, that would be stealing her body. That's her body. That body right there. Creating a copy of that body is not stealing it. Just like if someone creates art, right? Puts it on the internet, you copy it, and that's on your computer. You didn't steal their art. They still have their art, you know? That's why digital ownership is such a weird thing, because if you copy it, you're not stealing it. Because the act of theft means you're depriving them of the thing, right? If you steal someone's car, they no longer have their car. If you steal someone's actual art, they no longer have that piece of art, right? But if you copy someone's digital art, or copy something like that, like, you're not depriving them of its use, therefore it's not really stealing.
ですが、鬼火隊長はそんな自分を責めるどころか、こう言ってくださいました。
Also, she's like blaming herself too. It's like, you didn't ask to be born like this. Like, how is this your fault? If anyone, it's the military's fault.
オルペウス、私の人生をなぞ兵士たちの視線に混じる同情や哀れみ、そしてアザケリや嫌悪にも気づいてはいましたけど、それでも自分はやっぱり幸運だったのであります。鬼火隊長と出会えて、オブルス正体と出会えて、そしてプロ騎士殿のような面白くてすごいお方にもお会いできたのでありますから。彼らは、あなたたちはいつもこう言ってくれました。決して自分を貶めてはいけないと。あのガラスのカプセルも、味気ない栄養液も、同情に哀れみ、アザケリや嫌悪のこもった視線も、何もかもが自分の特別を否定したとしても。
Well, this is stupid, right? They all prove one thing, I'm nothing special. They all told me, yep, assuming the eyes, right? It's like, I'm a pathetic child. No, like, why would what other people think about you actually determine who you are, right? What other people can think whatever the fuck they want, right? It doesn't mean shit. You decide who you are.
皆さんだけは何度も言ってくれたのであります。冷たくて硬いガラスの檻なんかよりも、自分は皆さんの思いを選びます。
It's also kind of heavy to be bringing this up now. Like, I thought she was just going to talk about like what Magus was. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But then now she's like talking about her, like her own birth and existence. Like, that's pretty heavy for a conversation this like that for someone you just kind of recently met.
そしてかっこいいプロ騎士殿。皆さんの方がずっと自分は好きであります。どんな道を歩んできたのか、きっとそれだけでは自分たちを物語ることはできないのであります。
Well, especially for you too, because like she's like, oh, our past is not what define us. It's like, well, like your quote unquote past is just you being a clone. That's it. Like something you didn't decide. It's not like Magus's past was like decided by her, right? She didn't go to school, went to become a soldier. She chose to do all these things. This is her past. Your biggest complaint about your past is something you had literally no control over. You were just cloned and raised to be a soldier. You didn't make a decision. So like I don't see why you'd blame yourself or something like that. It's like, it's not your fault that this happened. So you should say, like, yeah, fuck it, you know, just do what you want.
隊長はいつもプロ騎士さんのことを足ざまに言いますが、本当にちょっと口が悪いだけでありますから。自分たちを物語るものが 歩んできた道だけではないのなら、自分も隊長もどんな道を選ぶのかは自分で決めなければ。 I mean, like, to a degree, our past do define you, but when you actually make decisions, right? Like, your choices in the past make up who you are as a person. So, they do define us in a way, but for Orphe, she's like, no, like, for Orphe, it's like a bunch of stuff she didn't get to choose, right? Like, obviously, your past, like, which is completely exists from choices other people made, like, obviously other people's choices about how your life was created and all that shit obviously don't define you, you know? Only your choices matter. プロ騎士殿ならそんな自分や隊長たちにきっと正しい行き先を示してくれるはずでありますから、信じているであります。プロ騎士殿。
This is a little, like, weird. Like, isn't this like the second time we've met her? Like, we met her like once before, and then we met her again for this mission. Like, did we actually meet her before? I mean, obviously other people were talking about us, right? But like, we barely talked to you at all, so it's kind of weird that you believe in us this much. I mean, it's a nice little backstory. It just is kind of weird how
it's
kind of weird how much faith she has in us for how little she should know about us. Because, like, we haven't, well, actually, no, I guess technically Soldier 11, we've been interacting with Soldier 11 for a while. And then Trigger, I don't know, like, Soldier 11's participation, though, was purely from, like, actually, no, yeah, there was a character quest. So, like, there's a character quest for Soldier 11 and Trigger, and like, you can build a relationship because you were able to get Trigger earlier. I can't remember, was Trigger involved in the story, or was it purely just the side quest? Because obviously, like, the character quests, like, are the character quest canon? Like, when are these things happen? Like, you could argue that if all character quests are canon, like all character quests are happening, whether you do them or not, they're considered to have happened, then sure. I can understand why Soldier 11 and Trigger would like us so much and maybe talked us up a lot. And so maybe that's why Orphe believes she can trust us, because of their constant praise.
皇帝 HDD のデータ同期が完了しました。イアスのキャロットモジュールに座標データを送信中です。
やっとつながったね、リン。正確な座標はもう特定。
ところがどっこい。今ロレンツ少将の指揮下にある部隊は軒並み行動を停止してて、 幻正体も勝手には出撃できないの。そっちから師匠にメッセージできる？あ、やっぱり夫婦先輩にしようかな。師匠って妹弟子よりヘルプ要請。ことは重大。師匠は至急出陣されたし、推進防衛軍には秘密で。こんな感じで。
緊急事態。あなたの可愛い妹たちが防衛軍の非人道的な拷問を受けている。手遅れになる前に大至急師匠の派遣を求む。
It also begs the big question. It's like, wait, if you're halting all operations, then why are we still being imprisoned, right? Like, why do we still have a tracker? Why are we still not able to move freely if you're quote unquote done with all your operations?
お兄ちゃん、それは盛りすぎ。
英吉地区の安全がかかっているんだ。少し大げさなくらいでちょうどいい。
まったくもう。じゃあロレンツ少将が浮かれてる間に三将会がじゃあいろいろと急ぎだす。なんか
起きたか？夫婦から聞いたぞ。我らそれから
本当ですよ。
ちなみに
Yeah, no shit you're here. This is where we relocated.
おじさん、こいつは黙ってら。
パン、どこの玄関へ問い詰めに行くんだ？
これ、
ようやく頭が。
お弟子さんがご無事で何よりです。とはいえ。
そうですよ、お弟子ちゃん。外で何があったんですか？
そうだそう。
なるほど。
いつ出発します？
流行るな。まず。
Also, like, cool, you rescued us. Maybe you should have mentioned. Oh, finally, I'm free though. Because basically, yeah, I couldn't go to the temple, so I couldn't refresh that dude. So it's like, yeah, missing stamina is not a huge issue. Like, oh no, I wasn't able to spend my stamina. Oh no, I wasted. I might miss out. But it's this that I need to keep refreshing. But I was stuck in that little portion, and like, even though they said, "Oh, don't worry, like you can still like move around. Like, oh, don't worry, you have this tracker now. You can move around the Weifei Peninsula." Except I can't. You still locked me into that one location because you wouldn't let me open the map or teleport or access the trolley to leave. So it's like, yeah, cool, you should have freedom, except if you didn't give me no freedom. Ooh. Another 3-star, or 3 buff. The main point is that I want to get rid of the two buff ones and replace them all with 3 buff ones. And once I have all 3 buffs, like all of my adventure, once all my adventure ones have 3 buffs, yeah, I'm done. I won't need to get more Bangu. I'll be as max as I need to be. Yeah, see, so I still need 4 more rocket boos. See, Cruiser Racer. They actually do change the name. And for this, I just need 3. Oh no, only 2 more Shark Boos. 2 more Shark Boos at 3 stars, or 3 at 3 buffs. So I need 3 more of these, 2 more of these, and 4 more of the rocket boos. Because I already have 3 of each. Oh, hello there. How's it going? And then I have 2 selling ones that are maxed out. So that's all you really need. And then I have a bunch of level 21s, but with the biggest buff that they can have. So yeah, basically I want to get all of them, all my adventure ones maxed out. So at least, so I have not. So I want to have 9 of each of the 3 adventure types with full 3 buffs. Which will take a while because it is purely random. And even when I get one, it's not necessarily the one I want. Like, it doesn't have all the buffs I want. So it's purely random to get the adventure ones, and then even that. Oops, shit. I was gonna look for fresh ones, but they didn't have that many. Didn't have that many missing bits. Not much missing energy. Okay, so now I can craft more. Oops. Okay. Okay, so what am I selling? Okay, so I have a bunch of those. I'm crafting this is the pot. The pot I don't really need. Or no, the anchor. I'm not selling the pot. I'm not selling the anchor. How many of these anchors do I have? Let's make it 14,000. Am I gathering more of this stuff? I am gathering it. Oh, actually, I need to swap this guy. Okay, so it's this. So the pot earns more money than this. I am crafting pots. So I could swap. This makes... Okay, which one makes more money? So the pot makes more. This is 26 or 25, so this makes less. So realistically, I could probably just swap the pot. I need to make more of these, but I am making more of those. So that's what I'm gathering. I'm gathering those 2 things. I'm making... Oh, wait a minute. I'm making the pot, but I'm not making... Actually, I'm not crafting... I'm not searching for those the red thing. Fuck. Okay, so I need to swap that. I need to not make any more of these. And I need to make more of the red shit. I need to gather more for this. Okay. And then, so that will be replenishing that. I'm making a bunch of these. It's bringing me up to 18,000. So I don't know if I should swap at this point. It makes more money, so I guess I should, really. It's a good intermediary. Anyway. But yeah, that was kind of the annoying thing, is that, like, I wasn't able to do this because the story was locking me in. And even now, I can't get out, but at the very least, I can actually do some of the daily shit. Which is just bad. Just bad. Don't ever curtail player behavior. Like, let players do what they want. Don't, like, force them to do some random bullshit. Unless there's a very, very good reason to do so. But there's not a good reason to do so, because they're just like, this is like, oh, well, like, no, there's the story. It's like, well, fuck the story. Like, there's no reason you can't just have us put a pause in the story like you do for every other aspect of the story before. Every other time you go into immersive storytelling mode, you could always leave. So just let us leave, you know? Have the story progress under the assumption that the player just continued it all in one go. Like, just come back. Don't even, like, make mention of it. Just say, oh, you want to resume? Cool, you've resumed. Right, like, you know, just, like, putting a pin into it. Like, don't bother, you know, fucking around. Just...
まったく、こんな夜中に誰がよく聞け。たとえ長期兵が特にこの適当感はな。はい。
ですね。彼女が言わんとしているのは真夜中に
Also, like, you do realize we are part of the Yunqui Summit. Having us appear in the Yunqui Summit Temple is not kidnapping dipshit.
兵士地区にいるオブシディアン大隊が束になってもいい戦争手これを挑発と受け取られるのは本意じゃんお前さんがプロ騎士君の行動を一時的に制限
Oh, we're being protected. Oh, I see. So you're protecting her by putting a tracker on her and restricting her electronic communications and not letting her leave. That's protection, is it? Oh, great. Yeah. Temporary restriction on the proxy. Yes, temporary restriction that was not decided on ahead of time. I cannot even believe Magus is even saying, oh, it's to protect military secrets. It's like, how? How does this protect military secrets? Right? Like, sure, like, we can't leak anything in the middle of an operation. I understand. Like, yeah, sure, don't let them communicate, because if they do communicate, and say, hey, we're about to do this thing, you could, like, leak the plans ahead of time. Yeah, I understand the idea that in the middle of an operation, but the operation's over. The military has decided not to do anything. Why? And, like, first of all, like, the fact that we cannot leave at all is just, like, fucking stupid. Yeah, wasn't kidnapped. Kidnapped by the group I associate with? She's my teacher, dipshit. I thought it was the city's authorities who took the proxy away. And so then I just barged into the temple and broke the door. You know, the door where the city authorities... Like, this is the Yunqui Summit. Why the fuck would you think it's the city authorities? Like, I understand if we were suddenly missing, you might think that. But the fact that you come to this temple and break in under that assumption is fucking stupid. The second you get to this temple, you would have been like, oh, yes, it's the Yunqui Summit. The group that are the proxy associates with. Okay, then it probably wasn't a kidnapping then. You defy military orders to contact... Defy military orders? I'm sorry, but I'm not part of the military. I'm under no obligation to honor military orders. I'm not a soldier. I don't have to follow military orders. Only people in the military have to follow military orders.
自分の足でフォローに入って雲岳山だろうと防衛軍だ。
リン、フェアリー。
フォロー観測データによると、警告ラマニアン現在の拡張速度から計算すると、ラマニアンフォローは1026
The Zenless Zone Zero limit.
要するに
研究者っぽい三小会の同志がね、宮妻を活性化、私たちで掴んだ情報から見ても三小会はラマニアンにある宮フォロー全域でエーテル活性が上昇なんて。
お前さんの推論が正しいとすれば
そういうこと。ここを一気に潰せれば。
お前さんどうやったらその喉からため息が出るんだ？
It's a good point.
うさんくさい専門用語は適当に聞き流したが、三小会のクズどもが騒ぎを起こしてないかこの目で。
あの鬼火隊長が全てを理解されている。こんなことがある。
Oh yeah, the captain is an idiot. I forgot. Yeah, they ditched school and joined the military. Presumably because they were dumb and they knew they couldn't do anything else.
オブルス正体が英飛地区を蝕む影を叩き潰す。
あれ？命令違反許すま。
どこに命令違反がある？軍事機密を持ち逃げした。
鬼火隊長の心意気には感服するが、
三小会の総統は防衛軍の仕事だ。だが上の連中が職務を果たそうとしないのなら、それにオブスキラの調査だってまだ終わってないんだ。もしあの箱から。
それもそうだな。私と弟子たちは。
じゃあ具体的なさ。
ああ、オブルス再集結と出撃はオブルス正体。そう明日は。
Are they actually going to let me take a break? Fucking Jesus fucking Christ. So finally, I can fucking actually teleport around and do stuff. You know? I'm not gonna talk to her at all, because I don't want to accidentally trigger anything. Because it's like, dude, like, I've been playing for 2.5 hours today. Now I have been fucking around, and not being super efficient, and, like, chatting and shooting the shit and all that stuff. So obviously I'm not the most efficient person of doing this stuff. So there's that. Oh, hey. Hey guys, how's it going? But even still, it's 2.5 hours plus, like, the, like 40 minutes. Let's just say it was a full, well, no, because I did dailies and stuff like that, too. I did spend my resin. But let's just say, it wasn't like 30 minutes. Well, let's just say it's 30 minutes, and okay, so basically, I probably spent like 3 hours throughout that entire thing. Now let's cut an hour away. Cut an hour away of my bullshitting and ranting and all that stuff. Let's cut an hour. That's 2 solid hours of story quest, which I cannot do anything else in. I cannot fucking... I can't do... You know, I can't spend resin. I can't do any events. I can't go into Hollow Zero. I can't do anything besides that. Like, 2 hours, we're just stuck doing it. Like, is there a reason behind it? Nope. Like, is there any real purpose behind, like, forcing a player like that? Like, no, there's no advantage for the player. There's guess I could. A little bit. So yeah, it just is frustrating that they just like lock you in like that. It's like there's no real point. Like, and you could be like, well, they were waiting for like a quest to end. Actually, no. One of the quests did end in the middle of that. This is the second time I've gotten quest rewards for a quest, which means like if you were going to clearly come to like a stopping point, you could have just as easily. So yeah, there's no real advantage to doing. Like, you could have, like, I would be. I mean, not really fine, but I would at least understand a little bit if they were going to be like, well, no, we don't want you to stop mid quest, right? And we want you to finish the quest. But I did finish the first quest, and it popped me out, you know, it popped me out in that little portion, like in that top portion where I was trapped, essentially. It did lock me into that location and did not let me fucking leave, even though I had completed a quest. So it's just like, so it's just kind of annoying. Oh, okay, cool, I did that. Nice. It's just kind of annoying that they kind of fuck you like that. And I'm just like, I just don't. It makes no sense. There's no real reason to like force you into something like that. So, try level up her. Guess not. Jesus. What's this supposed to be? Crit rate. I don't know. Crit rate. Oh yeah. I have a crit rate of this. The problem is, I have a crit rate here. I have a crit damage. I need crit rate. But the problem is, this is fire damage. Well, actually, this one maybe I can find an impact one. And that was the problem, is that there's no impact. I could probably re-roll this a bit and have a better chance of finding an impact one. But the fact that like this is impact, and like getting fire damage is insanely tough to do, because it's just like everything else where it's like, yep, it's just completely random. Realistically, this is probably the best one I could do. I could do random re-rolls. I don't like without spending the resources, just roll for tier 6 Shockstar maybe. It's just crazy that I have this much Shockstar but not a single fucking impact. It's like every single one of them wants impact for this set. Although realistically, I guess I could look to see what other sets they use and maybe steal one of. Ooh, wow, that's really good. Yeah, let's take Polkros. I doubt I'll ever use Polkros. Even though I like her as a character, the problem with her is, there we go. The problem with her is like, damn, only HP and whatever. What was it? This needed a certain number? Was there a reason behind why her crit rate needed to be so high? Actually, what was this set again? Oh. Yeah, actually, realistically, this is probably a better set. It's obviously difficult to get her crit rate that high. Yeah, I don't really need the energy. Yeah. Wait, what was this one? Yeah, and that's the thing, is for the energy range, she already has her energy needs covered basically by this. So realistically, I should probably swap to this one. But I need to make sure that her crit rate stays high. But I mean, this is fine for now. This is obviously the set that she was designed, well, not really designed for, but the set that works for her. Okay. Let me get more level up materials, because I did spend a bit on Coletta. But yeah, it's just basically in general, it's never really a good idea to design your game to remove player agency. Like, players don't like not being able to do something. And if you want to do something, like if you are going to be like, well, no, we need to do this because like the story or whatever, you want to like make it feel like you are trapped by literally trapping you. Like, fine, if that's what you're trying to do, that's fine to a degree. Yeah, it's fine to a degree, but again, don't just do it, right? You should always warn players. They should always be aware. And like, if this was a single-player game, you don't really have to worry about that shit. I mean, obviously this is a single-player game. I meant like a non-live service game. That's fine, right? Where it's like, because, oh, you can't do, like, if it's like, oh, you got a bunch of side quests going around, knowing that, hey, if you start this main story quest, like, you won't be able to do your side quest for a while, right? Like, it's going to take you to a portion of the map where you won't be, like, it'll take you to a new map, so you won't be able to do any side quests that you had started. You'll have to wait until you're able to go back to the map. You know, that would be fine. Like, obviously, make sure that you can go back. Like, if there's ever going to be an instance where it's like, oh, the main story is taking you to a new continent and you can't come back, you should warn players, hey, starting this quest will make you unable to complete any existing side quests you have. Don't leave until you're ready. Yeah, sure. Like, obviously warn people about that. But is that the... It's this thing, right? It's the relics. Wait, what? There's a new... Oh. Aftershock... Oh. Shit. Obviously that's a seed one. Awesome. So this is obviously an Orphe one. I'm curious if this is actually better than this one. It's the damage belt length. I don't know. Like, is it? I mean, the attack percent bonus and the crit rate bonus is useful, but isn't this still better for her? Because, like, actually, I'm not sure. Because I think Silver Soldier Anby. Ooh, energy regen. Good damage. Decent ones, I think. Because the Silver Soldier Anby has to use a lot of basic attacks a lot, because you have to build your gauge. I'm just not sure if it matters that much. Like, because I'm pretty sure like a majority of her damage is aftershock damage. So the thing that improves aftershock damage does seem pretty good. Anyway, I'm finally going to be able to call. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Finally got to a point where I can take a break. Again, don't remove player agency. Don't force. Like, they do this. They have the same problem too with their mini games too. Like, they have a tutorial And it's like, oh, hey, you opened up the menu to look at to see what this mini game is. Cool. Or we're gonna have a tutorial that's gonna show you what everything is, and then force you to start like a round. We're gonna have a tutorial that forces you to click start, so you're forced to do one of these mini games as part of the tutorial. It's like, stop it. Just fucking stop it. Just like obviously I don't need you to tell me that I press the big start button to start. Like I don't need to be babied. No one needs to be babied like that. Just randomly pressing buttons will automatically will probably trigger the fucking event. Like don't do that. Don't force me like, especially because like this is the tutorial that appears the second you open up the menu. You open up this minigame menu and it's like, hey, we're gonna go boom, boom. So you didn't even know what the event was gonna be, and now you're being forced to play it. It's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Just stop forcing players to do your bullshit. Just tell them the information and then let them decide what they want to do. Like, there's just no advantage to forcing players to do this. Like, sure, at least 50% of the time, no one's going to notice. No one's going to care. They opened it up because they wanted to do it, so they're fine. But like, it's just one of these things where like it's only a negative. It's either neutral, where people don't care, or it negatively affects their experience. It's just like, why even add something that has the potential to negatively affect their experience? Like, just why? Why do that? You know, it's so dumb, and they just keep doing it. And it's just like, I keep forgetting. I should probably bug them about it too and let them know, hey, stop fucking around like that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I will pop into Genshin real quick, spend my resin, and then I will be going back into Borderlands for a big. Honestly, I want to put a lot more time into Borderlands, but like I didn't expect this to take 3 fucking hours to get to a point where I could actually do my other shit. But yeah, so I'll play more Borderlands 3. I was kind of hoping maybe to beat all of Eden 6, but I doubt I will be able to clear all of Eden 6 because I do all the side content. So anyway, I will be back on shortly. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.